Okay, so we've talked about the wander around, making that great first impression, greeting them properly, building rapport as we investigate, talked about how to narrow down our inventory. Let's talk about another tool to help you gain or maintain control within the wander around, and that's your evidence manual. And you know, some of you guys may have an evidence manual, maybe not. If you don't, you need to have an evidence manual. And an evidence manual is just, it's a book of proof of everything you've been telling and showing the customer all along the way. Because what do they believe more? What they see or what they hear? They pretty much believe more of what they see than what they hear. It's the same thing. You have to have third-party proof. And use it whenever you're going to leave the customer alone or whenever you're going to slow the customer down. And all an evidence manual is, you should have 3 sections in an evidence manual. You'll have information on you, okay? It could have certificates when you go to the sales workshops, closing workshops, put those certificates in there. When you pass your product tests or the 6-car guy takes it for you and you get your certificate on product knowledge, put that in there. It just, having certificates in there, what's that show? What is that showing? Shows you're a pro. Put pictures of your dog, your boat, your motorcycle, your family. By putting pictures of you and your family and what you do in there, what does that say? What is that saying to the customers? You're not a car person. What are you? You're just a real person. It kind of humanizes you with the customers. If you do any kind of charity stuff, put that in there. The second section you need to have is information on a dealership. Okay, what could you put on the dealership? Awards, community service, community involvement. You put your service manager's name in there, parts manager, fixed ops director, GM, GSMs, the dealer's name, any name and number or contact information that maybe they'll need and it'll be valuable. Have the hours to your dealership, whether it's service or parts. If you guys have an awards program back in service, have that in there, selling that to customers on your rewards program. And then you need to have a section on the vehicles. And all that is just comparison charts. Most of you guys already have it. Have comparison charts, good articles. In fact, if you have comparison articles from some of these magazines when they compare 3 or 4 vehicles together, man, put that in there. And look, when you put that in there, if there's a negative article or negative information about the competitor, can you have that in there? Yeah, it can be, and it's the third party talking about it, not you. Don't make a big deal out of it. Always upsell yours, don't downsell theirs, but have information on your product. Because if you don't have that information for the customer to be able to show that customer, then they're going to have to leave your dealership and go get it on their own. So have information on you, the dealership, the product, and also have testimonials. Have the customer write you happy customer letters. How do you get a happy customer letter? Just ask. While they're waiting to go into F&I, give them a piece of paper, give them a pen. Hey, real quick, I like to kind of brag about the great service I give to all my customers. Can you go ahead and write about the good service I gave you? I just want to show the next customer when they come into the dealership. And if they write you a good one, what do? Put it in there. What if they write you a bad one? This guy's a real idiot. Should you put that in there? No, probably not. It's your evidence manual. And don't have the other salesperson write you happy customer letters. Just take care of your customers, have them write it out, put those in there. So you got information on you, the dealership, the product, you got happy customer letters in there. And when are you going to be using this evidence manual? It's just a 3-ring binder. It's very simple, but when are you going to use it? Okay, you can use it in the wander around, like I just talked about, to slow down the shopper, to do your comparison charts, to gain or regain control whenever they first come on if you need to, and then you'll always use it whenever you have to leave the customer alone. That's whenever you leave them alone, you always, because if you don't leave them with something, when you leave that customer alone, what do they think you're doing? They think you're strategizing. You come back from a demo, set them down, go get the paperwork started. Folks, I'll be right back. I'm going to get your car appraised, get numbers on your car. Now they think you're strategizing, so what's that customer going to do? They're going to strategize. Keep the customer busy. So always use the evidence manual whenever you're going to leave that customer alone. And then you can also use it to slow that customer down, that shopper, or to gain or maintain control within the wander around. But I promise, if you have an evidence manual, you will be a better closer.